The day was harsh, the sun beating down relentlessly on the dry, cracked earth. Esau, rough and weary from the hunt, trudged back to the camp. His hands were calloused and dirty, his clothes torn from the struggle in the wild. His steps were heavy, and his stomach growled in protest. Meanwhile, in the shaded tents of Isaac's camp, Jacob stood beside a large pot, stirring a rich, aromatic stew. The scent of lentils, spices, and simmering broth filled the air, mingling with the earthy smell of the tents. Jacob, calm and calculating, had no intention of hunting. He preferred the quiet tasks that allowed him to plan and wait for his moment. Esau staggered into the camp, his face pale from exhaustion. His body was drained, and the scent of the stew hit him with overwhelming force. He could hardly stand, but his stomach screamed louder than his fatigue. "Please, Jacob," Esau rasped, his voice raw from hunger. "Let me have some of that red stew. I'm starving." Jacob paused, his hand on the ladle, and saw an opportunity. The birthright Esau carried, his inheritance, his future, was worth far more than the fleeting hunger of the moment. "Sell me your birthright first," Jacob said, his voice steady. Esau blinked, confused. He was hungry, but the thought of giving up his birthright, his double share of his father's inheritance, seemed distant. Still, the gnawing hunger won. "What good is a birthright if I die of hunger?" Esau scoffed. Without a second thought, he agreed. "Swear it to me," Jacob pressed, his eyes sharp. Esau swore the oath without hesitation, his words echoing through the air as though the promise meant nothing. In his exhaustion, the birthright seemed like a distant, unnecessary thing. Jacob's face remained unreadable as he received the sworn oath. With the deal sealed, Jacob handed Esau the bowl of stew, and Esau devoured it eagerly, not realizing the weight of what he had just traded. When Esau finished, he wiped his mouth and walked away, still hungry for more, but oblivious to the irreversible change that had just taken place. Jacob watched him go, the stew pot now empty, and a silent understanding settled in his heart. Esau had despised his birthright, and in that moment, it had been handed over for nothing more than a bowl of stew. The deal was done, and the future had shifted. In the quiet of the evening, Jacob knew that this moment would shape the destiny of their family. Esau had traded his legacy for something fleeting, while Jacob had gained a birthright that would alter the course of their lives.